If you don't fix this, your life will stay the same. Pay close attention. You may find this uncomfortable, but it must be expressed. Luck is not the reason your life is trapped. It has nothing to do with your birthplace or the possibilities you've had. It's not even a result of your prior mistakes. These are merely tales we tell ourselves in order to escape reality. You make one repeating decision every single day without even thinking about it, which is the true cause of your life feeling stuck and every day feeling like a rerun of the one before. It can be the choice to do nothing but scroll aimlessly. It can be the decision to avoid facing your anxieties in favor of being at ease. Whatever it is, it subtly influences every facet of your existence. Nothing else will change until that decision is made. Your relationships, your career, your health, and your thinking will all stay the same. The unsettling reality is that most people never change that one thing in their entire life. Number 5, the invisible prison. The majority of individuals think they are free. To them, freedom is the ability to make daily decisions. However, the actual situation is very different. They grumble about life, wake up exhausted, read through their phones, and then repeat the same routine the following day. Month after month, year after year, week after week, they believe they are living. But in reality, they are ensnared in a routine in chains that masquerades as freedom. At first, the issue is not immediately apparent. It's not overt. It's concealed in the little, seemingly minor decisions you make on a daily basis, such as sleeping in rather than working out, binge watching rather than learning, and enjoying momentary pleasure rather than developing long-term discipline. Your daily life is shaped more by these unseen habits than by your objectives. Discipline wanes. Motivation is ephemeral, yet habits endure. Your life's unseen architecture is what they are. The fact that you succumb to your tolerances rather than your objectives is something that most individuals find difficult to acknowledge. Your life will reflect your tolerance for ease, diversion, and indolence. You won't wake up one day inspired and fulfill all of your dreams. You are either bound to mediocrity or set free by the daily decisions you make on a regular basis. Until you accept the existence of this invisible prison, nothing will change. Number 4, why people never change. It is uncomfortable to change. Pain is unpleasant. Additionally, people naturally steer clear of unpleasantness. For this reason, the majority of individuals never take action and wait impatiently for the ideal moment that never materializes. I'll start next month, after things calm down, and when I feel ready are some of the things they tell themselves. These are innocent, even sensible terms. In actuality, however, they are traps established by comfort that keep people small, secure, and motionless. The lack of preparedness is the issue. You'll never feel completely prepared. You'll always come up with excuses to avoid taking action, reasons to put things off, and diversions to keep yourself from feeling uncomfortable. Comfort whispers in your ear, stay small, stay safe, don't risk it. And for years, people listen. While their dreams subtly fade into the background, they wait for ideal circumstances. Growth doesn't require consent. Growth doesn't come knocking on your door. Growth necessitates immediate, constant, unrelenting action. Good intentions, potential, and desire are not rewarded by the world. Execution is rewarded. Those who escape are aware of this. Before they feel ready, they enter uncomfortable situations. Even when everything inside of them begs them to stop, they take on challenges, confront their fears, and keep going. They wait for perfect conditions while their dreams gradually fade into the background. Consent is not necessary for growth. Growth doesn't show up at your door. Growth requires immediate, continuous, persistent action. The world does not reward good intentions, potential, or desire. Execution is rewarded. This is known to those who manage to flee. They put themselves in awkward situations before they're ready. They take on difficulties, face their fears, and persevere despite everything inside of them pleading with them to stop. Number 3, the turning point. The most important thing you should know is that you only need to make one choice to begin making changes. One insightful moment. One option is to state, no more justifications. Waiting is over. Put an end to autopilot. That one choice has the power to end the year-long cycle that has imprisoned you. You don't require a fresh start. You don't require better fortune. No one's consent is required. You must establish new standards. Standards that make you accountable even when it's difficult and uncomfortable. Reject comfort when it gets in the way of progress, and reject mediocrity. The unseen designers of change are new norms. Your habits, behaviors, and eventually your life start to reflect who you want to be when you set higher standards and don't compromise. It's not an easy process. It will cause discomfort. You will encounter opposition from your surroundings, from your own thoughts, and even from those who stand to gain from your inaction. However, the price of freedom is that suffering. Over time, every tiny, challenging decision adds up to gradually break the invisible ties and create the life you choose. And once you start, you'll find power you didn't know you had. The ability to create, endure, and rise, the ability to transform everything. Number 2, the power of small wins. Most people underestimate the power of small wins. They assume that meaningful change requires massive, dramatic leaps, quitting your job, moving to a new city, or completely reinventing yourself overnight. But the reality is far simpler and far more powerful. True transformation is built from tiny, consistent victories, repeated day after day. Waking up 30 minutes earlier to plan your day. Saying no to distractions when your mind wants to scroll endlessly. Learning one small skill or habit each week. Each of these actions alone seems insignificant, almost meaningless. But over weeks and months, these small victories compound into unstoppable momentum. They build confidence, self-discipline, and clarity. Each small win reinforces your belief in your ability to change, proving that you are not powerless. The invisible chains holding you back start to weaken, because you are quietly rewriting the story of who you are not, with massive leaps, but with small, deliberate steps that add up to extraordinary results. The secret? Don't overwhelm yourself by staring at the entire mountain of your life. Focus on the next small, actionable step and take it relentlessly. Every small step is a seed. Over time, those seeds grow into habits. Those habits grow into momentum. And that momentum grows into a life you barely dared to imagine before. Small wins are the quiet engine of transformation, and anyone who ignores them is trying to drive a Ferrari with an empty tank. Number 1, your environment shapes your destiny. Here's a truth most people ignore. Your environment shapes your destiny. Your life is not just about talent, intelligence, or willpower. It's about the people, places, and systems you surround yourself with every day. If your environment encourages comfort, excuses, and procrastination, it will sabotage your progress at every turn, even if you have the best intentions. Toxic relationships, constant negativity, endless distractions, cluttered spaces, all of these silently dictate your choices, limit your potential, and reinforce stagnation. On the other hand, an environment designed for growth, one that inspires, challenges, and holds you accountable, can accelerate your success faster than motivation alone ever could. Changing your environment isn't just about physical spaces. It's about the people you spend time with, the media you consume, the routines you follow, and the standards you accept. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, who demand excellence, who inspire you to push past limits. Build spaces that foster focus, creativity, and discipline. Set boundaries that remove distractions and drainers from your life. Your environment doesn't just influence your behavior, it shapes your identity. If you want to become the person capable of extraordinary achievements, you must first craft an environment that naturally molds you into that person. Otherwise, you will be pulled back into the comfort zone every time you try to step forward. And that moment, that exact moment, can be right now. You can continue scrolling, waiting, and settling. Or you can decide to act, to rise, and to finally take control of your life. It starts with one small step, repeated consistently over time. Your life is waiting, but it's waiting for you. Every decision, every action, every habit you choose today is shaping tomorrow. Don't waste another moment living on autopilot. Step into discomfort, demand more from yourself, and break free from the chains that have held you back for too long. If this message hit home, don't just watch and scroll. Like this video to commit to change, and subscribe to join a community of people who refuse to settle for mediocrity. Turn inspiration into action, because your life won't wait. And remember, every small step you take today becomes the foundation of the life you've been dreaming of.